Good day, good people in the media space. Thank you very much for the invitation for me to give you a little bit of input. I listened into just a small part of the discussion this morning, and there was clearly a lot of discontent about the lack of support for the industry, particularly as it pertains to the training of young people in your area. That saddened me a great deal. But I also do know that COVID-19 has caused wide-scale chaos, and money has had to be taken from essential things that are not seen as essential during this period and had to be taken to go and help deal with other issues. Having said that, I think it's very important for me to just put on the table to you that if you are to be highly successful in this industry, you have to be extremely innovative. You know, what has come out very clearly, looking at the broad media landscape, is that content is king. And when the platform has reach across a wide scale, a wide number of audiences, you have to make sure that you stand head and shoulders above all the other content providers. Otherwise, you will forever be lost. Nobody will take up your content. And yes, I do agree, it's very important to be trained. And that is why 20 Media is participating in this forum, because what we do is to offer thorough training so that whoever comes in to our space in the training and development area is trained on all aspects of the media production world, from just getting creative thought processes going into audience analysis and understanding what audiences need. Because I think the tendency for us creatives is just to put out content. Very often we put out content without actually looking at what is needed out there. We have a bit of an idea what people want to watch, hear, and see. But unless we get into a deep mode of research to find out exactly where people are at any given time, we are going to continuously miss the ball. Now, the second area is that we need to understand that the fourth industrial revolution is bringing with it a vast amount of possibilities. And only those people who will be willing to step out of their comfort zones and look at what the possibilities are, only they will succeed. In other words, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to become an innovator. You have to, when you look at the content space, at who is receiving what, when, you have to make sure that you craft your content in such a manner that everybody who you are targeting will be happy to receive it. Now, the Northwest has a particularly beautiful history of having produced some of the biggest stars and biggest media workers. I'm talking of people from Nothemba Madumo to Tim Modise to you name them. There's a lot in that province which should be tapped on. And the province is steeped in incredible history. Nobody, I'm sure, can dispute the fact that a place like Kaditsweni is a very special place. But I've not seen or heard anybody saying, I'm going to do a documentary for Kaditsweni, and guess what? That documentary I'm going to send to National Geographic, because National Geographic looks for content like that. I'm mentioning National Geographic specifically because we've got to think beyond our borders, beyond the area that we operate in. The third thing is that content choices, while I say must be driven by what is needed out there. It is also crucial to ensure that when you develop your content, that you put it in formats that will be applicable to any kind of technology that we have existing today. And there's a lot of new technology that keeps coming up. There's a time when we're talking of Hulu. Hulu seems to have kind of slowly disappeared. Netflix is continuing, and Netflix is growing stronger and stronger. And we need to understand why Netflix is growing stronger and target the Netflixes of this world. Yes, we have our own country where we need to showcase to our own people what the Northwest Province can do. But let me remind you of one thing. When you are an expert, people in your own area don't recognize your expertise. It is people out there who will recognize your expertise and then reflect it back to your own people. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. So make sure that you are ready and willing to participate at a world-class level of content creation, of providing content solutions where they are needed. There's a big area today with educational content where we are seeing a lot of companies that are providing content, but it's very static. And you ask yourself, okay, if I'm going to be sitting here as a learner and I'm watching this person who's teaching me mathematics in virtually the same way, the same boring way that put me to sleep in the classroom in the first place. Why am I wasting my time tuning on to this channel or the other channel, trying to understand the content? So you as young people in the Northwest have a wonderful opportunity right now to grapple with the educational content. Look at what is being given out there and look at what you can do. There's animation that is needed. There's a lot of virtual reality that you can look at and you can start producing. I think I've said a lot already, but I have to close by saying companies like 20 Media exist in order to help you. All you have to do is to raise your hand and we will be there to assist. We are in the process of upscaling our operations, so we will be able to come to the Northwest and take on those learners, those students, those brilliant young minds who all they need is a bit of guidance. We are happy to provide for that. I wish you well with your festival, and I hope your objectives are achieved fully. And let us talk offline at another time. I thank you.